This is the National Football League at its most defining moments. Franchises are choosing leaders, players are chasing championships, and every decision on the sideline and in the front office matters more than ever. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Sports Arena. What's going on, everybody? Man, Eric Wilson. Hey, let's start with, of course, the biggest news that is happening in the world of the NFL. John Harbaugh, former Baltimore Ravens head coach, is about to become the new head coach of the New York Football Giants. To me, not really a splash hire, more of a statement hire. The Giants, what they're not doing, surprisingly, is chasing the next hot coordinator. They've chosen leadership, they've chosen credibility, and organizational stability. John Harbaugh does bring a Super Bowl pedigree, but more importantly than that, locker room authority and a proven ability to align ownership, the front office, and the players. And in a market like New York, as we all know, that matters. Or in the words of the Queen of Hoop, Megan Price, coaching matters. Now, let me tell you why this works. As much as it pains me to say this, because y'all know, being an Eagles fan, now I got to see this man twice a year, and I know what he's capable of, but the Giants have been stuck in reset mode. Harbaugh represents direction. He calms the building, commands respect, and instantly raises the standard. This is a type of hire that doesn't just win a press conference. What it might actually do is stabilize this franchise. Now, with Harbaugh off the board, we still got 8 teams out there in need of a head coach. And with each situation being different, the pressure is the same. So let's do this really quick. Let's run the board, shall we? All right, we're going to start with the Baltimore Ravens, since Harbaugh just left there. My opinion, the best fit for them is Clint Kubiak. Baltimore doesn't need a rebuild. They need evolution. Kubiak keeps the offense modern, and I think definitely fits an analytic-driven organization. Let's stay in the AFC North and go to the Cleveland Browns. My opinion, best fit, Jesse Minter. Cleveland needs a cultural reset. I feel they have it with the quarterbacks that they have between Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. But Minter brings discipline, accountability, and most importantly, that defense identity that is only going to elevate Myles Garrett and that entire team. Let's head down south to the Miami Dolphins. Best fit, Chris Shula. Shula has talent, but what they need, the Dolphins, is structure. Shula brings consistency, and he also brings leadership. Not to mention, I think that last name is going to resonate a little bit in the entire organization. Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's an interesting one for you. With Mike Tomlin stepping down, my opinion, the best fit is the guy who just came from Cleveland in Kevin Stefanski. Pittsburgh values stability. Stefanski brings experience. He brings a very calm leadership, but most importantly, an offensive structure that is going to benefit whether they keep Aaron Rodgers or they decide to bring somebody else in. Now, the Atlanta Falcons, as much as I like Jesse Minter in Cleveland, I could also see him in Atlanta because Atlanta right now needs an identity. In a division that basically a losing record will get you a home playoff game, which you know I cannot stand, this would be a tone-setting hire, him coming in and making it truly known that the South belongs to the ATL. Las Vegas Raiders. Now, listen, the bubblegum chewing days are over. Pete Carroll got one opportunity, unfortunately was unable to make it work. They let him go. In my opinion, I think, Pete, thank you for all that you've done within the work in the NFL, both in Seattle, other places that you have been, but I truly think that this man needs to ride off into the sunset. He brings a wealth of knowledge and a wealth of experience, maybe coming in as someone in the front office to kind of guide the next generation. But Pete, you don't need to be on the sideline no more. I just stay in the front office, help build a team from within, and kind of get them back to that championship level pedigree that you have once attained. However, that being said, the Las Vegas Raiders, surprisingly, Matt Nagy. The Raiders need offense and staff leadership. Nagy brings experience in a quarterback-heavy division. As we know, that AFC West, you've got top-tier quarterbacks in there. Listen, you've got Bo Nix right now in Denver with the number 1 seed. Of course, you've got Patrick Mahomes when he comes back. Not to mention Justin Herbert, who's become an Iron Man. So you have to make sure that whoever comes in on that Vegas side offensively has to level up in order to contend for an AFC West division title. Tennessee Titans. Listen, I got a lot of love for Raheem Morris, and I feel that connection with him and Cam Ward might be the surprise for a lot of people. Again, another team that needs organization, but they also need long-term vision. And Raheem Morris, from my estimation, everything that I've seen him do seems to definitely be the guy to kind of fit that mold. Lastly, we got the Arizona Cardinals. Now, here's a name that's been thrown out, and of course, not really knowing his entire scope, but seeing what he's been able to do. Nate Shelhass in Arizona, I think, is the guy that they need. Because Arizona, there's a team that truly needs to rebuild. And that's okay. Because I look at this as a future-focused move. The coaching cycle tells me one thing and makes it very, very clear. Leadership is winning out over flash. And the franchises that get this right won't be back here next year.
Tens of millions of tickets.
Tens of millions of tickets.
Tens of millions of tickets.
Thank you, VetTix. Thank you.
Thank you, First Tix.
Thank you, VetTix and First Tix.
Thanks to your support, the nonprofits VetTix and First Tix have given away tens of millions of tickets and counting to vets currently serving military, the immediate family of troops killed in action, and our brave, current, and former first responders. These tickets are a meaningful way to say thank you to America's heroes and help them re-engage with American life by giving them free, fun experiences and new happy memories that'll last a lifetime. And now, we want you to be part of the mission. Got extra tickets to concerts, games, or special events? Or want to see if you qualify? We want you to go to vettix.org and firsttix.org today. Give something to those who gave.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Sports Arena with your man, Eric Wilson. So while front offices are making long-term decisions, players, as we know, are fighting for the right now. It's a divisional round weekend, and this is where contenders truly separate. We are down to the final 8. Kind of interesting. We have 8 head coaching opportunities. We still got 8 teams left playing for the chance to win the Super Bowl. Coincidence? You do the math. But let's start with Buffalo at Denver. First off, altitude, crowd noise. If Buffalo starts fast, in my opinion, they are going to win this game. If Denver drags this late, all the pressure is going to shift to the Bills. Me personally, I've got the Bills winning this one 27-20. Let's talk about the 49ers and the Seahawks. Third time these two teams in the NFC West, arguably the best division in the entire NFL, are going to meet. Now, this game is about physicality versus chaos. If the 49ers control the line of scrimmage, they're going to win this game. If Seattle turns into a shootout, anything could happen. For me personally, I'm taking the 49ers on this one, 24-21. Their ability, like I said, to control the line of scrimmage hopefully will show up for them late in the fourth quarter. Houston at New England. You've got youth versus experience. If Houston can stay poised, they have a shot. But it's January. It's New England. If New England turns this into a grind, guess what? As much as I love me some CJ Stroud and DeMeco Ryan, New England's going to take control of this one, which is why I have New England winning this one 23-17. Situational football and also the playoff experience of a Mike Rabel gives the Patriots this edge at home. Finally, we got the Rams heading to the Windy City to face the Chicago Bears. This game, about one word only. It's about toughness. If the Rams can protect Matthew Stafford, let me say this again for those in the cheap seats. If the Rams can protect Matthew Stafford, they steal this win. If Chicago can own the trenches, it's their game. I'm going with Chicago on this one in a close one, 20-16. Cold weather, defense, and trench play is deciding who moves on to the NFC Championship game. This weekend perfectly captures the NFL's leadership, how it matters, whether you're hiring a new coach, calling plays in January, your organization has to make the right decisions in both those areas. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's turn it over to y'all. Which coaching hire do you trust the most, and who survives Divisional Round weekend? Drop your comments. If you're following me on YouTube, hit subscribe and stay locked in to the Sports Arena. Everybody stay blessed, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.